Hey! Hey, baby boy! What you doing? What you doing? Go run! Go on! Come on then! Come on then!
Hello, welcome to a reading vlog. I haven't vlogged in what feels like forever. It's been like a month or something, but hello, welcome to a vlog. It is the first of September, and that means Bookoplathon. Bookoplathon has begun, and I have started my first read for Bookoplathon. If you are not familiar with what Bookoplathon is, it is a readathon hosted every September by Becca from Becca and the Books, based on her TBR game Bookopoly, which is based on Monopoly. I will leave a link to it down below for you, so you can check that out. But basically, I'm rolling as I go for this, so you can play two ways with Bookoplathon. You can either do a set number of rolls at the beginning of the month and pick out your TBR, or you can roll as you go throughout the month. That is what I'm going to be doing. So in my September reading plans video, I did my first roll, which had me land on patterns and text on the board, which meant I needed to pick a book with patterns and text, and I picked out Wind Daughter by Joanna Ruth Meyer. This is just the dust jacket. This is the companion novel to Echo North, which is one of my favourite polar fantasies, which is an East of the Sun, West of the Moon retelling. This is, I cannot think of the name of the original story, I should have looked that up, but this is another retelling of the story of the daughter of the North Wind, and it's like linked to the Echo North story as well. And I am happy to report that I am on chapter 11 currently, which is page 100, so I'm 100 pages in on day one, which makes me very happy, and I am thoroughly enjoying this. I knew I would, because polar fantasy, Joanna Ruth Meyer, her other polar fantasy I adored, so I kind of knew I was destined to enjoy this one as well, but I'm having a good time. There are bees in it as well, which is an unexpected bonus. But yeah, I am enjoying so far. It follows Satu, who is the daughter of the North Wind, her parents, the North Wind, and her mother. Her father had to give up his immortality in order to be with his mother, like give up his role as the North Wind, but this has, in turn, many years later, unleashed a wild magic that cannot be controlled, and Satu is the only one, as the daughter of the North Wind, who is able to control this wild magic, but it's all very much beyond her at this point, so she's still struggling a lot. I've just noticed there's a little bee here. I really love the bees. I hope the bees come back. I really need to find out what the original story is, because I've read another retelling of it, but I haven't read the original, and I need to work out what that is so I can read the original. But yeah, I'm enjoying this, and Bookoplathon is off to a pretty good start. I would like to say I will probably finish this tomorrow. That seems achievable, hopefully. And then with my rolling as I go, I will be doing my next roll in the vlog and picking a book and reading the book as we go throughout the vlogs. I'm thinking, structure-wise, I might do like 3 vlogs of 10 days throughout September, because I'm starting this vlog on the 1st, which is a Thursday, so like weekly doesn't make sense. So that's what you can expect from me. Welcome to the first vlog. Fingers crossed I have a successful first 10 days of Bookoplathon, and I hope you enjoy watching. But yeah, I've got just under 10 minutes left of a sprint, so I'm gonna try and read a little bit more, and then I'm probably gonna head to bed. So I shall update you tomorrow. Oh my friends, it has been way longer than I intended it to be between the last update you saw from me and this one. Life got a little bit wild in the middle there, and in a pleasant turn of events, I have landed myself a new job. But the last week, maybe, a little bit less than a week, has been pretty manic in terms of job hunting, interviewing, and so on, and I've landed myself a new job, so I'm really pleased about this, but the stress has been getting to me a lot. I have not been reading anywhere near as much as I should be, but I am happy to report that I have now finished Wind Daughter, so that, like, I'll get back to you tomorrow ended up being a lot longer than getting back to you tomorrow. I enjoyed this. I didn't love it as much as I loved Echo North. Echo North, when I read it, I was like, oh my god, fell in love, new favourite, yes. And I enjoyed this. I had a good time with it. It did make me a little bit emotional. I liked it. It was good. There were bits of Echo's story in this story as well, because it's a companion. But because it wasn't a retelling of East of the Sun, West of the Moon, like Echo North was, I didn't love it quite as much, because I have a weakness for retellings of East of the Sun, West of the Moon. But I did still thoroughly enjoy, and I think it's probably coming out at like a 4-star for me. It was nice. So yeah, I think I've probably already told you what it's about, but it's about the daughter of the North Wind, and the North Wind's magic, the unravelling of the world, and how she needs to claim her birthright to fix it all, pretty much. And there are bees. And that does mean that I'm now in a position to do my next roll. So, I have my dice, I have my piece. Let's do my next roll and see what I'm reading next. Right, here we are at the board for my second Bookoplathon roll. I was on patterns and text last time, so that's where my little crystal is. Have my dice over here. Let's roll and see what I get. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Publish or set 2000 to 2019. That is 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Published or set between 2000 and 2019. My iPad's gone dark. Ah. Right, let's try and find a book that fits for that. Let's go. It is me again. I have made a choice. Because it took me longer than anticipated to read my last book, I have decided to get to one that I can hopefully fly through very quickly and pick up Witch Hat Atelier, which is a manga that is pretty small, so I'm hoping I can get through it. And this was first published in 2017 and translated in 2019, so definitely fits. Winner! Whoop whoop! So I'm going to be going for this one, and I'm about to go and start it right now. Hello. It is the next morning. I have finished Witch Hat Atelier Volume 1. It took me about an hour. It was a really quick read, so I read all of it last night, but then I thought, you know, I'm going to go to bed because I have a big day today. It's my granddad's funeral today. Currently I'm feeling kind of okay about all of this. I feel like the rest of the day is probably going to go dramatically downhill. It's a funeral, what do you expect, Jade? But whilst I'm still feeling okay, and before I have to head out to actually go to it, I thought I would do this and my next roll so that it's done, and then, I don't know, maybe whatever book I pick next could be an audiobook so that I could like listen on the drive there and on the drive back or something, or I don't know, if I need to just sit and suck myself into another world for a little while. I don't know. I really don't know what today's going to be like. So getting this kind of out of the way and done is a good thing. Anyway, finished Witch Hat Atelier. Very quick, very cute. I really liked it. Yes, I will be getting more volumes. I could quite happily, I think, just gobble up quite a lot of this series in a small period of time. As I said, it only took me an hour-ish to get through this whole thing. So very speedy. But now I do know what it's actually about. It's about a young girl called Coco who lives in a world where witches exist, but only if you are born a witch can you do magic. Otherwise magic is off limits to you. You can't do it. Not gonna happen. Coco stumbles upon a book that is something to do with magic, and she finds herself trying to teach herself how to do magic, which is incredibly dangerous for someone who doesn't know anything about it. She accidentally does something awful and is then taken away to one of the other witches' atelier, which is their like learning place, like their apprenticeship house, studio, workshop type thing. That's the atelier. So she's whisked away to one of the witches' ateliers where she is possibly going to be apprenticed because she now knows too much about magic and is in a dangerous position. There is more to it than that, but I don't want to say too much to spoil anything, but it was cute. I really liked it. Coco as a main character, I very much enjoyed. The witchiness in the magic world, like the way the magic works, was very interesting. Not something I've seen witches do before. I liked it. And I definitely think it would be one to like carry on into witchy season because it's witchy. Not that it's spooky at all, but you know, it's witchy. So there's that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I would probably give it like a 4.5 star-ish. Yeah, I liked it. I had a good time. So hurrah, roll number 2 done. And that does mean that I can now go on to roll number 3. As I say, maybe I can pick something light-hearted that I can read as an audiobook, or I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be. I don't know what the roll's going to be. So let's just do that first, hey? Here we are, friends. back with the board. I've just realised I don't have cards. I have them as lists for random number generating. Anyway, I might not even get a chance for a community chest. We were on Published and Set 2020, not 2020, bloody hell, 2000 to 2019. I have my dice. Let's see what roll number 3 gets me. Oh, I've got a 6 and a 3. So what's that? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, chance. Typical that I was just saying I don't have any chance cards. They're in a random list for me to then get a chance. Okay, that is definitely 9, right? Honestly, doing it like through the camera lens and not actually looking at the board, difficult. Anyway, it's a chance card. Let's pull up my random list of random chance prompts. No, chance is the random book list, isn't it? Yeah. Community shelf is the prompts. Yeah, so, oh god, that makes that even scarier. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Let's go and give it a go. Let's see what I end up with. Okay, here we have it. These are my chance cards, so it's a mix of, like, the chunky political fantasies and middle grades, rather than books I don't want to read. So it's still a mix of books, but I didn't want to put a book I don't want to read on there, because I'm not as mean as Becca is to herself. But yeah, so I've got 8 books there. Random number generator between 1 and 8. Generate. 7. Sabotage on the Solar Express. Okay. That's lighthearted. That can be fun. And I can audiobook that. Nice. Cool. Okay, so that could have been worse. I mean, I know I'm in a mood for political fantasy, but rather than books I didn't want to read, I put middle grades in there instead. And we got Sabotage on the Solar Express by M.G. Leonard and Sam Sedgeman. This is the fifth book in the Adventures on Trains series, which is a series I really love. They're great fun. I am kind of amazed I haven't read this already, because I was like super eager when it first came out, but it follows Hal, who goes on these train journeys with his uncle, who is like a travel journalist type thing, and there is always some sort of crime on these trains, and Hal has a knack for working them out. This one we're going to Australia, I believe. Sounds like fun. I don't know what the sabotage is. Billionaire train enthusiast has invited Harrison and Nat on the maiden voyage of the Solar Express. The train's been sabotaged. Oh, and it's through the Australian outback. I'm excited about this. This is kind of like the light-hearted fun I asked for, I suppose. So thank you, Bookopoly, for that. And I clearly had a moment where I couldn't count, but we'll ignore that. But yeah, I'll get the audiobook for this so that I can listen to it on the way up to the funeral. It's quite a journey, so yeah. Hurrah. Okay. Speak to you later. Hello. I have a window behind me. This is like the worst setup for a video. However, it is the next day. It's Friday. I have finished work for the day. I am sprinting with Sandra, and I have finished Sabotage on the Solar Express. Obviously, I didn't film yesterday after selecting the book because I went to my granddad's funeral. It was nice. It was a good day. It was good. It's a weird thing to say about a funeral, I guess, but like, it was good. It was nice. It was really lovely to see all the family together. And it's always a sad occasion when it has to be a funeral that brings us all together like that, but it was nice. Very sad, of course. Very, very sad. I think I might have got like one clip of all of the motorbikes coming in, because my granddad was a big motorbike guy, so all of his biker friends came in on in a convoy on their bikes, so I think I might have got a clip of that. If I did, I will show it to you. But my memory card was messing up and it was pouring with rain, so I don't know if it'll be any good. But yeah, I didn't read any of this yesterday, as I said I would, with like going to and from the funeral. That didn't happen. I just listened to moody music instead. That was the place I was in. I wanted moody music, so that's what I listened to. So I have been listening to the audiobook of this whilst working today, and I have finished it. So, hurrah. I really like all of this series. This one is no exception. I think
it's more than think. I know I preferred this one to Danger at Dead Man's Pass. This one felt a lot more like the mysteries and the crime solving of the first 4: Highland Falcon Thief, Kidnap on the California Comet, Murder on the Safari Star, and Sabotage on the Solar Express. Danger at Dead Man's Pass, which is the 4th one, has kind of a different vibe. It's not the same, and this went back to being as good as the other ones. I really liked it. I would probably give it like a 4.5 star. This one, I think I've already told you what this was about when I picked it, but Hal and his uncle are on the Solar Express, and there was a competition to see who could come up with the most innovative method of making a train run, and a kid won. He's like a super genius kid, so we've got like all the sciencey bits in this one, which was fun, and of course someone is trying to sabotage this train. It gets dangerous, the stakes are high, and I love how Hal's uncle really believes him. Like, kids are so often overlooked, and that's something I do really love about this series, is like how much faith Hal's uncle has in him, despite the fact that he's a child, that he knows what he's talking about, and he's good at what he does. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I won't say too much more, because I, of course, don't want to spoil it at all, but 4.5 stars. I had a good time. So yeah, there's that one. I can pop it back on my shelf. And that does mean that I'm now in a position to roll again. So let's do roll number 4 and see what I get.
We find ourselves back at the board. I was on chance last time, so that's where we are starting from. Here are my dice. Let's see what I get. 3. 1, 2, 3. Autumn. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. That is actually perfect. We are in the autumn season. I know exactly what I'm gonna pick.
With such faith, I told you I knew what I was gonna pick, and I changed my mind. So, I landed on autumn with all faith that I was gonna pick Daughter of Red Winter by Ed Mcdonald, because it's my Patreon buddy read. And I picked it up and looked at the cover and went, that's so wintry. And then thought, oh, the title is literally Daughter of fucking Red Winter. And then I read the blurb and it was like, finding someone in the snow. I can't pass that off. I was gonna be all like, oh, but it's about a girl who can communicate with the dead, so that makes it spooky, and spooky season is autumn. But I don't think that's enough, considering it's Red Winter. The cover is all like blue, and they're in the snow. I can't pass it off. So instead, this one just jumped out at me, which is Servant Mage by Kate Elliott. And I think the cover alone is very autumnal looking colour-wise. And also just like fantasy. For me, fantasy is an all year round thing, but like fantasy is a pretty autumnal genre, so I think it counts for that, but it's mainly the colour scheme of the cover that is making me think this, and the spine, like all of it. I don't know what colour. Oh, it's just black underneath. But it is a novella, which is also quite appealing because it's teeny tiny. Maybe I can even read the whole thing tonight. That would be amazing, and then I could do another roll. But it was just like, just above where Daughter of Red Winter is on my shelf, and I just spotted it and thought, actually, I quite fancy that, and I think that fits autumn a bit better than Daughter of Red Winter does. And it's blurbed by S.A. Chakraborty, who says it's an absolute gem of a story, and I love S.A. Chakraborty, so I want to read it. It's about Felion, who is a lamplighter, a low-level mage with the ability to create and sustain light by tapping into the demonic energy that permeates her bones. A group of rebel monarchists free her from indentured servitude. She's forced to confront what she thought she knew about the world and the way it works, caught up in a conspiracy to kill the latest royal baby and wipe out the monarchist movement for good. Felion must choose between duty and survival. Luckily, she has more than just her lamplighting skills up her sleeve. So it's demonic energy. Perfect for spooky season, absolutely. Sounds like it's slightly political with the rebels and the conspiracy to kill the royal baby, so could tap into my thirst for political fantasy. I was also thinking I could go for King of Ashes for this, because again, colour scheme, political fantasy, all very autumnal for me. But I definitely wanted something smaller for this role, because tomorrow I'm actually doing my Patreon 24-hour readathon for my gym, so I wanted something that I could finish before that, so this actually works pretty perfectly. So, I'm going for Servant Mage. Okay, that was a really long explanation. I'm gonna read that.
Hello. It took me a little longer than I intended, but I have finished Servant Mage. The gym that I told you of, that I wanted to finish this beforehand, my Patreon 24-hour readathon, pokeathon gym thing, happened on Saturday. It's now Wednesday. But we also completely changed the lounge. We've had a carpet fitted, we've repapered and reorganised and just changed everything in here. So it's been a busy past few days. And I just hadn't had the opportunity to pick up a book and read, but today I have finished it, which means I can wrap this vlog up as well. But yeah, Servant Mage by Kate Elliott. I really enjoyed this. Would I like more of it? Definitely, for sure. I don't know if it is a like standalone novella or if this would be a series of novellas. I really liked it though. I would read a sequel. But if there isn't one, I am still kind of happy with where it left. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It follows a young girl called Felion, who is a servant mage, and she gets dragged into a political plot between the liberationists and the monarchists, and the potential surviving heir to the throne, and a plot to kill the baby or save the baby, and she gets dragged into that. But at the same time, she is a servant and is escaped and has lived this horrific life. So there was a lot going on in a small book, but I really enjoyed it. I think it was just the right mix of like political and fantastical for what I wanted, so it has kind of itched that, scratched that political fantasy itch that I had, and I'm glad to have read it. I think I'd give it a 4-star-ish. Yeah, I'm happy. I liked it. Good going. So, hurrah, that is it for this vlog. What have I read in this? Wind Daughter, Witch Hat Atelier, Sabotage on the Solar Express, and Servant Mage. Hurrah. So 4 books down so far for Bookoplathon. I am excited to do my next roll and see what happens next, but for you, you will have to wait until the next vlog to see that, because I'm going to wrap this one up now. My channel needs some content, folks. I haven't uploaded in days. Like nearly 2 weeks, actually, I think. So I'm going to fix that with this video. Hope you liked it. But yeah, if you did enjoy, give us a thumbs up, chat to me down below, all that good stuff. If you aren't subscribed and fancy subscribing, I would be eternally grateful for that. I'm really hoping to up my content a little more and not upload once every 2 weeks, so fingers crossed for that. But thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one, whatever that may be. Bye!